Hey, Vampire Logan here. We're doing something a little different tonight. We're not playing Eve of Ruin. We're uh, looking into making up characters for Monster of the Week, a little side campaign we're going to do. Is it a campaign or are we just doing like a.
I have absolutely no idea what we're doing.
Okay, we don't know what we're doing, but that's not very unusual.
It's
Um,
jazz.
yeah, jazz in it.
Embrace the chaos.
So I haven't made a template for this, so it says DM Jesse, but actually it's DM Zoe. And um,
Okay.
we are gonna. I'll make a new screen for this, but for now we're just gonna like talk about our characters and make things up and kind of set it up. Okay, continue.
Yes. So we are going to be playing in a town that I have created, and there is on the coast of Lake Huron and the Georgian Bay, there is the Bruce Peninsula. On that peninsula is the Bruce Peninsula National Park. And now in my world, the town of Cedar Oak, which is where
Cedar
this
Oak?
is going to, yes, which is where this is going to take place.
Okay.
So for characters, your characters have to have some reason to be there, whether they live there, whether they grew up there, whether they moved there, whether they have family or like a history of potentially like they used to camp in the national park or something that has connects them to this town.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Sounds good.
Also,
Is there any kind of
the year is 1995
1995?
because cell phones make this game a little bit less fun. Being able to just Google things makes
Yeah, they're
this
game breaking
game
for sure.
not as interesting.
I mean, that's fair.
And also, the 90s are a fun aesthetic.
That is true. It is a fun aesthetic.
I'd say I remember them well, but I don't really.
I didn't exist, so I don't remember them at all.
Didn't exist.
I did
I
not.
did. I think a handful of
Fritter,
us
you
did.
did briefly.
Yeah, I did. For a whole 7 months. A whole 7 months.
Born 6 months after
is there
they
something
died.
in this town that's like would draw someone back?
It depends. It's not big, but it does have a relatively strong tourist draw because of it's got like a beach area for being on the coast of Lake Huron. And then there's the national park. So there's camping, there's beach activities, there's a beautiful lighthouse. And quite frankly, I'm basically anything here. I've made very little. There's a home video store and a cult shop combo. There, there is there's beaches, there's the grotto, it is very much tailored to try and attract tourists to stay there as an attempt to boost the economy.
Okay, we love
Is it
economic.
feasible that someone would be called back here for supernatural reasons? Some like premonition or warning or knowledge of
Uh,
danger.
what you wanted the crooked was what you.
Yeah, yeah.
Let me just look at that playbook real quick so I can see what it is. Oh, wrong document.
There is some knowledge, like the some I think like, when I came across the secret underworld of monsters and magic, well, it wasn't so different from the underworld I already knew there. So I was kind of just seeing if I could tap into that and like this be.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's very likely if you know somebody in town as well that can call you if they
Mhm.
if there's something.
I can totally arrange that.
Yeah, who can tell you about some weird shit that's going on. And I can tell you guys some of the weird shit because I can tell you the hook, which is. Let me grab the other book that I have that I'm using as a reference. Here we go. It is the summer. It is warm, but not too warm. Being on Lake Huron really helps control the temperature. It's never too high, it's never too low. It is the height of tourist season. There are some tourists. Not as many as some people in town would want, but definitely more than other people in town want there. Because there are the ones who don't want anyone to come. Something tells me Anne falls into that category of not really wanting strangers to be in town.
Hmm. Not necessarily disliking that strangers are in town. Her kids like to have fun with the tourists, have fun. But if they tromp on her property, she'll be a bit upset. Stay on the marked paths, bozos.
And our mystery starts early one morning in the summer when 3 young tourists who are traveling up the Bruce Peninsula, stopping in as many places as they can until they reach Tobermory, doing a little self-discovery as they go along, wander along the beach, only to find a man has washed up on the shore. He's familiar to those who live in town. An older man was retired. He used to work at the library. A retired man who was known for being an avid fisherman. It seemed like a boating accident, like there was nothing too unusual about it until they took a closer look at the body. And you've only heard whispers and rumors, and nothing's been confirmed. But the man was missing a few pretty important things. His liver and his intestines were gone, with no sign of how they were removed. And that's the hook for the mystery. That's what you get right at the beginning.
Awesome.
Do we have a name?
For the man?
Mm.
Yes, his name is David Roberts.
David Roberts. Okay.
Who's a retired librarian, you said?
Yes, I did definitely say that.
Okay. No liver.
Right?
Gnarly.
Who needs the liver and intestines, anyways?
What was the
Most
other
people.
one? No liver and no
Intestines.
intestines. Intestines are the gross ones. Like, why would you want that? And if you grab the intestines, you might as well grab the stomach. I mean, you're right there.
If you could set, by the way, if when you finish filling out your playbooks, which we can go over as well a bit more, just send it to me so I can see.
How do we?
Can we narrow down just to a couple pages of the playbook, or we have to send the entire thing?
Absolutely no.
Oh, I
Go
guess
ahead
we
and
could
delete
just
everything
do
you don't
print,
need.
right?
Brian, you're doing
Okay.
Sam Elliott.
Same as.
No, I'm doing Elliot Smith.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, I
So-
don't have the ability to do that.
I can hold on. There might be a way that I can send you the specific ones.
Okay. That'd be
Okay.
super.
I think
Oh
I'm
yes, I can. Cool. Hold on, I'm downloading it.
Awesome.
Yes, please.
given this group.
You
I'm
don't have
leaning
that
more
whole-
towards the professional
file.
or the spooky now. I think I'll cross off the expert or the chosen.
Does that work for you? I just sent you something in chat.
Here, Jesse. This is the crooked. Yep, sure.
I mean, it's not
and you
editable.
need- I need-
It's just a snip.
It doesn't need to be. Just toss in the second page of it, and it's good.
Oh, okay.
There
There's
should be two
nothing on the
pages.
second page.
there's
the
nothing-
second page is really just leveling up improvements, advanced improvements.
It's good to keep them together, though.
A little bit of the history. Yeah, sure. I'll add that one.
Oh yeah, it was really just.
That's okay. Drop it.
Anyway,
That's what Adobe Acrobat's for.
What was I doing? Oh yeah, right.
That's what
Okay,
snip is for.
Right. I use the snipping tool for fucking everything.
Me too. All day, every day.
This one is for you, Fritter.
Oh, okay. Very
You want the
kind.
individual one. And then, so, Vamp, you
Yeah.
are looking. What was it you were saying? You were saying the professional
Yeah, I was thinking like
or
a
the spooky.
special agent, Dale Cooper, or I mean, Kale Trooper, Kale Trooper. I don't know. Or I was thinking like a sort of a kind of Luna Lovegood kind of character.
Yes. Okay. So so far the group we have the wronged, so somebody who
Yeah, I heard the
has been
description of that
wronged
one.
by the monsters. We've
Yeah.
got the Flake, which is kind of a conspiracy theory, kind of little bit crazy, or at least perceived as being crazy. And the Crooked, who is somebody who has a criminal history or present.
Okay.
So I'm gonna. Yep. Either the professional or the spooky are both pretty solid choices. It may be fun to. Nope, those are both great. Actually, those fit pretty well.
And so, I think, let's see, who we've got. Your character's a local, I guess. Wazubi.
Yeah.
And and I guess so is Anne.
Yeah.
And then yours, what was your guy again, Jess? This conspiracy theorist kind of
Crooked.
guy?
Cop. No,
Oh,
not a
cop.
cop.
No,
A
he's a
criminal.
cop.
Criminal.
Oh, okay.
Criminal.
Oh,
Not a
criminal.
cop.
Yeah, the opposite.
Well, he might be a cop.
Wasn't somebody the
Bad cop.
Flake?
I'm
Yeah,
the flake.
that's Waz.
Oh, he's a
Conspiracy is flake.
oh, like yeah, okay, I get it. Ranger who's into the conspiracy theory.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I've seen Bigfoot.
In southern Ontario.
Nice.
It could
That's where he
happen.
hangs out.
Where do you think he'd be?
Not BC or anything. Um
I've seen him
Okay.
here on the peninsula. I'll catch that guy one day.
So going with the I was also thinking maybe the spooky could be like the log lady. My log
Yeah.
has something to say about that. Here, listen.
Stimpy, I think you really lost it this time.
Gotta scroll up. Yay. Boop a doop.
Oop a doop. Oh my goodness.
Quack.
What is this game
Exactly
coming
that.
to? Jeez.
But it. Adari shoopy doop.
Things are getting out of control.
I don't know
Things
why
are
it
getting out of
decided-
control, huh?
I don't know why it decided to open it sideways, but let me just rotate that. There we go.
Oh, it's the thing I sent you?
Yeah.
Oh,
For some
finally.
reason, it just opened fucking sideways. Okay, so let's.
Okay, get back to my scene. Let's see. Okay. I've got it set up in the stream now to have your Albert Rodeo visible in the main view.
Oh, okay.
Let's switch that
okay.
over.
So while you guys are still kind of poking around at your characters, let's cover some of what the basic moves are,
Okay.
because there is 8 basic moves, which are basically going to be almost everything you do in the game. So act under pressure, which is used for any difficult or dangerous action that isn't covered by another move. So if it's not any of their other ones and it's dangerous or hard, that's going to be act under pressure. Help out, which is used to help another hunter do something. If you succeed, you'll give them a bonus on their task.
Ooh.
There's investigate a mystery, used to work out what kind of monster you're dealing with, what it can do, and what it's planning. There is, of course, kick some ass, used for fighting, mainly monsters. There is manipulate somebody, so used to try and get someone to do something for you after you give them some kind of reason. Protect someone, used to save someone from danger. There's read a bad situation, used to work out what dangers are immediately threatening you. For instance, if you think you are walking into a trap or want to do some tactical analysis. And use magic, used to cast magic spells or use enchanted items. Those are the basic moves that every hunter has. Your your playbooks, character sheets, your playbooks, are going to have playbook specific moves in them, but you'll only have probably like 2 or 3. Yeah, so for example, Anne has 3 wronged moves, like from her playbook. Which, do you want to talk about those, Fritter?
Or stay silent.
I didn't realize I was muted. Thanks. All right. I was talking into the ether. Yeah, so for Anne,
Ether.
because she's the wronged, she kind of focuses on kicking some ass, right? She wants to be able to protect people. She wants to be the one that's in the way. So the first thing she has is I know my prey. She gets a +1 to knowingly investigating, pursuing, or fighting the type of monster that caused mine to die. Now I don't know what my options were, so I haven't chosen that yet to know like what the
Not
kind
really
of vibe is.
options. It's basically
Yeah.
anything you want.
Sure. All across the board. Then the two that I got to choose, because that was the one I automatically got as the wronged, but the two I got to choose out of a bunch, and I ended up choosing never again. Basically, in combat, if I can choose to protect someone else without actually having to roll any dice, I don't have to gamble on whether or not I'll actually succeed on protecting someone. I'll always succeed.
Ooh.
Yeah.
But
so basically,
I
anytime
can't-
that. Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
ahead.
But I was about to say like, but I can't lessen the damage to myself. I will always take the max damage that is rolled, or whatever the harm is that is rolled. I cannot choose to take less damage. I can do other things, but not that. I can always protect someone, but at the cost of myself, potentially.
Yeah. So basically,
it.
whenever Fritter decides to do something that would require her to roll a roll for the move protect someone, she automatically gets a 10+. When you roll help protect someone on a 10+, you get an extra thing. You succeed, and you either get to suffer little harm, so you -1 to the harm that you'll take. All impending danger is now focused on you. You inflict harm on the enemy, or you hold the enemy back. So you get to pick something that happens. Basically, Fritter with Never Again, Anne can do any of those except for reduce the amount of harm that she'll take. This game is very much you do harm to the creature, and the creature will do harm to you. There isn't, like, you don't roll to hit, you don't roll for armor, like, there's no armor class. It's very much like, you attack this creature, and if you hit it, well, I guess you do roll to hit, but if you hit it, you will do damage to it, and it will do damage to you as well.
Yeah. If you miss, it does damage to you, and if you crit, potentially you don't get damage. Potentially.
You are always going to take some harm from the monster.
Yeah.
Beanies.
But there are things where you can choose to suffer less harm. So, like, you can take 1 less point of harm if that's the option that you pick from the kick some ass.
Got it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
The other thing I'd like to say in the
mhm.
nuance of this is that it says I can choose to protect someone without rolling, which means I'll never get above a 12 if I always take the 10.
Yeah, that's true.
Sorry, what's that
And
one?
I have a +2 to tough, so there's a chance that there's a chance I can get that. But yeah, so the other thing I get is called safety first. I basically have extra protection in my gear because I need to get home to my
Nice.
kids.
Yeah.
Good
So
call.
Anne has just from her basic gear as of the wronged, she has she has 1 armor. With safety first, she has 2 armor. Which basically means that anytime the monster causes harm, she takes 2 less harm than what the monster causes. So if the monster has an attack that causes 3 harm, Anne takes 1.
Right.
It's very much like it has you do a specific amount of damage, and it does a specific amount of damage, depending on like what weapon you choose. And the only way that damage will fluctuate is how much armor that you have, or how much, yeah.
Exactly.
Okay. Who's my other enemy?
So, was you
Yep.
did your plague. Do you want to talk about it a little bit? Talk about him a little bit.
Talk about him. So Elliot Smith's been a park ranger out here in the national park on Bruce Peninsula for years and years and decades. I've seen a lot of weird shit out here. Most of it ends up being stupid tourists or local yahoos doing something they shouldn't be doing. But every once in a while you see something you can't quite explain. Now I know for a fact I've seen Bigfoot here. I'm gonna find him. I'm gonna stop him or catch him one day. But I've heard people talk about Ogopogo. That's just bullshit. That shit doesn't really exist. But Bigfoot, that's real, man. That's real. And so yeah, I spend either most of my time hunting through the parks, trying to keep the tourists safe as much as possible, making sure that they don't stray the wrong way. Or I spend the time in the local diner, black coffee, and a piece of pie.
Bless you. Bless you, Ranger.
His moves, right? His moves are connect the dots. So at the beginning of each mystery, I can look for wider patterns that current events might be part of. So is a person connected to current events more than they're saying? When will the next critical event occur? Stuff like that. What does the monster want from somebody? How does the mystery connect to a bigger picture? I also have a very suspicious mind, so if someone lies to me, I know about it. And the last one is I'm sneaky, so I spend so much time out. Oh,
picked C. It all fits together. Did you mean to pick the suspicious mind? You may have clicked on the wrong one.
Did I send you an updated one?
Maybe not.
No, it didn't.
That one
That's weird.
It all fits together. Yeah. Sorry.
Because
Continue. Yeah. If someone lies to you, you know it.
Mind. Okay, I'll
That's fine.
repost.
I know
what
it is. So.
Okay, no, I'm going with suspicious mind. So if someone lies to me, I know it. And finally, I spent so much time in the woods out here. I've become, pretty sneaky. So when I attack from ambush or from behind, I inflict +2 harm.
Hell yeah. That's great. So there we've talked a bit about the stats that you get, which are charm, cool, sharp, tough, and weird.
Yep.
Basically, charm is charming. That one's pretty self-explanatory. Cool is used for like keeping your head in tough situations. It's the one that is used for act under pressure and help out. Sharp is intelligence. It's brain. It's being smart. It's used for investigating a mystery and reading a bad situation. Tough is for
kicking some ass,
protecting someone, doing physical feats. And weird is magic. Weird is used for, it's used sometimes for non-magic things in different playbooks, but largely it's used for the use magic. The use magic move. Okay, so Jesse, do you want to talk about your character?
I deleted it, so I'll send it to you straight to you.
Oh, I have it open. I had clicked on it before you.
Oh, okay. It was very
Deleted
quick. Yeah. So let me open it again. Oh, there was actually one piece missing. That being the first thing I would need to say during an intro, my name. So give me one more minute.
Oh.
Any chance I could be related to Roberts?
Yes, absolutely 100% you can be.
Then I will do that. Grandfather, I think. He's my grandfather.
Okay.
Not him. I'm not his.
Time travel, though. We
Yeah.
like it that.
yeah. Okay.
Jesus Christ, you have submachine gun. That's insane.
I had to join to set up my name.
Okay. Have you picked which
I'm still looking through them to see which I think I would
yeah, take your time.
do better with. I'm also still trying to set up that. Okay, good. Right. I just had to reset up the stream to show the screen.
Updated with the name.
I've got so many tabs open and it's going to confuse me and I should really close some of them, but I've been doing a whole bunch of stuff.
That is
Why?
hard to manage in D&D as well, with like 5 monster tabs open and like 3 notes tabs.
So and maybe I'll put this out to the group. So the two ideas I have are like a Special Agent Dale Cooper kind of guy who's from an agency that investigates supernatural things, and he's sent here to look into this. Maybe he's already friends with someone like Elliot, and yeah, probably just him because through official channels, and or
I don't know how many official channels Elliot
well, I mean,
is really
he's
a
a park
part
ranger.
of.
he's a ranger, but
So
That's true.
If things,
That's true.
If things happened in the park, it's a good
yeah,
chance he was
and he
there.
looks into things like that, same kind of thing.
That's
Or-
true. That's fair.
Or I would be, I haven't got a name yet, but someone like, sort of a cross between Willow and Luna Lovegood, who's sort of this kind of strange goth kid in the town that, she has like, visions of things, and so the usefulness of those two things is the agency guy is gonna have like good equipment and help and stuff like that, whereas but like be more of a, I don't know, I guess shooter guy or whatever, and then whereas the other character would be more of a using magic kind of thing and having magic powers that
Do we
can
have
help,
anybody
and
on
more
the
on
team that uses
investigation.
magic yet?
I don't think we do.
I don't think we do.
So that would be fun to see how that plays out in this game.
Yeah, because I think we've got people who can fight already, so
Yeah, it sounds like we got a couple brawlers. Well, brawlers
We
slash
got a
shooters.
couple. We definitely got a couple tough guys.
yeah, so I think
Oh,
maybe
butterfly.
Tough guy. Yeah.
weird kid is probably better than.
Okay, hold on a second. Let me just grab that for you then.
Yeah, I can do an
Many
intro.
things on my
Yeah,
computer.
ready?
Do it.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. I
Here you
left
go.
this town like when I was 13. I swore I was never coming back.
Oh my raw.
Went south. Hid out there for a while. Stayed with my uncle. Yeah, that was not a good decision. But things worked out for the best, I suppose. They worked out the way they worked out anyway. So, yeah, I did my time in the underworld downtown and learned what was a thing or two about getting into places I'm not supposed to. And, mostly getting back out of them again, which is a good pair. But then Grandpa goes and fucking dies. And then, man, I don't know what's going on. You see, I got stuck in this job a little while ago, and it was kind of weird. It didn't go well, not by a long shot. And we ended up almost getting eaten by these rotten fellas. It was a real mess. And then Grandpa does this, and I'm like, I think these things are connected. I think I swore I was never coming back here. But unfinished business and all. That's me.
Nice. Loving it.
All right. Yeah, I love that. That's great.
I have a police detective who helped run me out of town at 13 that you can call on at any point, and a well-connected
Absolutely
criminal
will
who
do that.
sponsored the job that went south.
Sorry, under what?
All right.
A well-connected criminal who was
Ah,
paid for the
got
job
it.
that went south, and I got attacked by ghouls with my crew.
Is cool, the ability cool is more of like cool as in keeping your cool, right?
Yes.
Okay.
It's like cool under pressure.
Yes.
Okay. And
Yes,
charm
not
is
a-
talking to people, and sharp
Yeah.
Yeah.
is your smarts. And
Yep.
then tough and weird. And I have to pick one of these
Weird as
sets.
magic.
I can't just put
Yes.
the stats in.
Yeah, you have to
Nope.
pick one of the sets.
Okay.
Yeah, so no matter which one you pick, you're going to have a +2 weird because that's going to be your
Yeah. I was already
main.
That's
wanting
your
that. I
weird,
just
man.
wanted cool to be high but also sharp instead of tough.
I ran into the same thing. I was like going, oh my, oh gosh, what fits
Mhm.
here?
Right?
So
I was not able to get the stats I was looking for, which
yeah.
in
That's
the
the
game's
thing,
defense
right?
was
You
like
gotta
4
Okay.
of them. Yeah.
you gotta kind of figure that one out, right?
Make choices. Yep.
Yeah, I guess I'll
Gotta
take the
make some
second
choices.
one. So -1 on charm, which is, she's a weird goth kid, so that makes sense.
Fair enough.
Disturbing to some people.
So, Anne, there's a look that comes with, you each have like a section that has your look. Just tell us a bit, like what's you have that Anne has intent eyes
Mm-hmm.
and
She's
well-worn clothes. That's her
Yeah.
vibe that she's given.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this one is she is a goth girl. She's got dresses kind of like Wednesday, but a little bit more, or more like a girl from Beetlejuice.
Friday?
Mm.
Lydia,
Lydia.
continue.
Yeah, more
Lydia.
like Lydia. He will have I guess shadowed eyes.
Okay.
Actually, no, like piercing eyes. I like that one.
Ooh.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, piercing.
Piercing eyes.
What color? Piercing blue?
Yes. And so goth clothes on the list.
You can add a thing. It's got like a thing on the end.
Yeah.
But goth clothes is on there actually, so it doesn't matter.
And then for the moves, I'm taking the telepathy. And
Okay. Yep. So you can read people's thoughts and put words in their minds. This can allow you to investigate a mystery or read a bad situation without needing to actually talk. You can also manipulate someone without speaking. You still roll moves as normal, except people will not expect the weirdness of your mental communication.
No one
Yeah.
expects the Spanish Inquisition.
Exactly.
Telepathy. And then
That'd be a hell of an ability. You have telepathy, but it's always in Spanish.
habla español. I'm thinking about the Jinx as well.
You can encourage coincidences to occur the way you want. When you jinx a target, roll plus weird. On a 10 plus, hold 2, and on a 7 to 9, hold 1. On a miss, the keeper, blah, 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 blah. Spend your hold to interfere with a hunter, giving them a -1 forward. Help a hunter, giving them a +1 forward by interfering with their enemy. interfere with what a monster, minion, or bystander is trying to do, inflict -1 harm on the target due to an accident. The target finds something you left for them, or the target loses something that you will soon find. Okay, so like little things to.
Yeah, and then I was looking
Yeah.
sure to see if there's
That's
like
cool.
a telekinesis thing, but it seemed to be in there.
I think so. I think that would be a use magic roll. Like you definitely could do it. That's the other thing with the magic is that you basically have to kind of just tell me what you want to do with your magic. Like you're never. So the thing with this game too is that you're never. I've said that so many times. You're never going to be like, I want to kick some ass. You are describing what your character does, and then I will prompt you when to roll.
I guess the big
Sounds good.
whammy could be that, where you can sort of do attacks with it.
Yeah.
Although I do like some of these like monster interaction things. Can you get more of these later?
You absolutely can. Yes.
Oh yeah, you
That's
can
also
take a
really
move.
fun too. Is
Take
to
another
level. You get when leveling up. You get experience points every time that you roll a failure. You gain an experience point.
I'm
Oh,
gonna be
okay.
so
So you
experienced by the end of this.
so yeah, it
Mhm.
says down here
So-
take another spooky move. So there's 2 other options for getting that, and you can take moves from another
Yeah.
playbook. Okay.
Yes. But yeah. So what that's really fun is so you basically when you fail a roll, you gain a reward by being able to mark off an experience point. So it's like you don't want to fail your rolls, but there's a benefit to it. You learn from your failures.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, learn from your mistakes.
There is also so luck points is another thing that we will talk about. Because those are an interesting one. Hold on, I need to find the page in the fucking. Oh wait, I have it open over here. Yes. So luck points. You have, if you look at the playbook, you have under your stats there is 7 things where it's okay to doomed. There's 7 boxes.
Yep.
For luck points. Luck points are essentially you can spend a luck point to decrease a wound that you suffer to 0 harm, or if you roll and you fail and you really, really want to succeed with you can use a luck point to retroactively change the result to a 12. But if you ever run out of luck points, bad things are going to happen to you. So that's a resource to use sparingly.
How do you start with?
7.
Oh, okay. So we just tick one off every time we use one.
Mhm.
Let's see.
I think
Coo.
I think I will take the sight. So I'll take telepathy, the sight, and Jinx. And
So
then
the sight,
later,
you can see the invisible, especially
Yeah,
spirits and magical
I like
influences.
that.
You can communicate with maybe even make deals with the spirits you see. They give you more opportunities to spot clues when you investigate. That's very cool.
and then you can use that to like feed us with information.
Yes, absolutely.
Cool.
Um,
I didn't want to take premonitions because it's just like I don't want to like at the start of every mystery get a like make you have to come up with something, right?
yes,
So the
those
sight
can be
is
very,
easier.
very fun, but yes, the sight is also great. Being able to see spirits is very fun.
Yeah.
So okay. So you've done your moves. Jesse, I don't think you talked about the moves that you picked.
The moves, I did not.
Your background and your
I
moves.
have a crew of 3 or 4 guys I can call to help me out of a pinch. and I am notorious. So a lot of people in town remember when I got run out and aren't really happy to see me back. But some of them are scared of me and will do what I ask anyway.
So, your crew, is this, did they come back to town with you, or are these people that you used to run with in town?
Probably came back, or at
Okay.
least are accessible. Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Doesn't sound like a town with its own organized crime area, so I'd
No.
say they're guests in town.
And you picked burglar as your background?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So you're a burglar. Okay. Cool. Police detective.
What was your name?
Greg Roberts, at your service.
Greg.
They call me Robber back home,
I hate you.
because it's like my last name.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure it is.
Ah, high smarts. High sharp.
He sounds like
So
he
I don't think-
smokes 50 packs a day.
He really does.
No, it's just that
So
I'm
I
in
don't
my late
Gonna
30s.
say,
Think-
sounds like my aunt. No.
Yeah. So I don't think any of you picked like moves that are like that you do at the very beginning of a mystery. So
I
we don't have to
do.
do that. Oh, you did? What was yours?
Connect the dots.
Right. Hold on.
You got a conspiracy board over there, don't you?
Mhm.
You know he
I
does.
certainly do.
I do not have your sheet anymore.
Oh, I uploaded it to you. I filled out the other one and put it in. Did it not show up?
Put it in where?
Did I miss?
so.
Did it not send? Hold on, maybe it didn't
Where's the
send.
sheet? Do I have the sheet?
Come on,
I
it's here. Hold on.
sent it in Eve of Ruin.
Oh,
There's a
No,
spooky
there it goes.
down there.
There it goes.
Oh, there we go. Okay, thank you.
Ah, there it is. Okay. Save as.
Yes, connect by the each mystery. If you look for the wider patterns that trail. Okay, so you're gonna make a roll, and then you're gonna be able to hold. To keep something to ask a question later. Okay.
Okay, so did I roll?
Yes, absolutely. Go ahead and roll
All right.
2d6 plus
Let's
sharp.
see if this works. 10. Did that show up?
Yes, it
I saw a 10.
did.
Nice.
That was
You
a
got
10?
a 10. Yeah.
I got a 10.
Yes, you did. You did get a 10. Okay, so that means that you have 3 hold. That you can hold 3, which means that throughout the mystery, you can ask. There's a list of questions there.
Yeah.
In your move that you can ask using your hold. That you can
Nice.
your 3. I don't know why the fuck I'm flipping around like I can't find your sheet. There it is. Yeah, hold 3, and you can ask any of these questions throughout the mystery.
Awesome.
Good job. That was a complete success.
Our first.
Our first. Exactly. And I didn't have to roll for initiative or anything, so I'm allowed to roll higher than a 3.
Exactly. You're so good at this game.
Right?
Already.
There's no initiative. I'm even happier. Do I ask? Yeah. Do I ask you the question
Yes.
just via direct?
Yeah, you ask the keeper. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which
So
is
it's
what
just
yeah,
you. I
just
don't. I
ask
don't say it
me.
to everyone.
You don't you
Right.
don't have to ask a character, you just ask me directly.
Okay.
And I will never lie to you. That is not part of it.
Well, that's good because I've got a suspicious mind, and I'll know if you did.
Okay,
Nice.
that's true. I can't lie to you. Stupid pages. I don't know why I'm flipping through this when there's a in table of contents at the beginning. Like that's really helpful actually. So you just like go and look at it. How's it going, Vamp?
I'm feeling like
Still done?
I need to change a couple things. I'm just trying to fill out the sheet right now.
Yeah, for sure.
So,
Um,
back to the RP of it. I think I can tie to the group through if Fritter's okay, through her character as having known. Did you say you had a child?
Yes, 2 children.
How old are they?
They're young. They're very young. You could be my babysitter.
Yeah, I was thinking that.
pretty fun. You're
So-
a fucking goth babysitter.
Yeah,
Like,
goth
you know,
babysitter.
Anne's fine with that. She's a gun-toting hunter, and anything's gonna be chill, whether it's the goth girl.
Yeah. And you
Yeah.
maybe felt a bit of like sympathy towards her because she's kind of an outcast and not doesn't fit in anywhere. So
Yeah,
you sort of
absolutely.
pulled her into under your motherly umbrella.
Sure. My children I have twin 4-year-olds
Okay.
and a stepson who's 3. So you're gonna have your hands full.
Yes. Well, sometimes they just seem to everything seems to fall in place. Jinx.
Absolutely.
Right? And sometimes it all goes horribly wrong.
What's your character's name?
I haven't got it yet.
I haven't got that far yet.
Soon TM.
Yes. I mean, let's just call her Lydia for now.
Lydia. No.
I fucking thought you said labia and I almost fucking yelled.
No.
I was like, fuck no. I was like, absolutely not. You will not call your character that.
I wouldn't.
Nope.
Gosh.
Oh
There's
my
probably
goodness.
a great variety of names that are not vaginal in nature.
There
There
are.
might be,
We could go with chlamydia.
right?
Chlamydia, your dad's calling. That was a Robin Williams bit, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna think about that a bit. But
All right.
I'm still trying to pick some of the backstory stuff. So, going around the group, on your turn, pick one of these for each hunter. Okay, that's how you're supposed to connect to all of them then, I guess.
Yeah. You don't
Oh.
have to do that if like story wise it doesn't work, but there is like a history that like you can use to basically like create bonds between your characters. So
Mm-hmm.
For example, the wronged, you can go around the group and you can pick things like they helped you at a critical point in your quest for revenge. They stood between you and what you needed to find out. they also lost a friend or relative to these monsters.
Hey, we're gonna bond, Roberts.
You got
That's
it.
true. Although it's you saved their life back when they were a pathetic newbie hunter. But this is a little more for like if you have already been like a monster hunting group,
Mm-hmm.
which it does not sound like it is since Jesse's coming back to town.
Well, not all,
Um,
but I could see.
I mean,
see,
if he was
Roberts
run
and
out when he
Lewis
was
but
being
you can
looking.
also
how old is your character?
38 is what I'm going with
38.
right now, but I'm flexible there.
It doesn't
Okay.
matter. I remember you as a kid.
Yeah, you would.
You were always messing around, getting in things, getting in trouble, lighting fires along the beach during no fire season. Darn kids.
bruh.
You guys running us off
Can't
too.
believe you'd fucking do that. Insane. But yeah, you can also
What's
come
the
up with
problem
your
if I want a
own
little bit
ways
of
to
beer,
connect.
man? Sure, I
You
was
can
12.
also come up with your own connections if you don't want to use the ones that are there as well. I think that's fun to come up with your own things if you'd like to. But these are also good choices. So, anything else that we need to go over? Does anyone have any questions?
Yeah. What type of monster we hunting? Anne?
Well,
No.
What?
This is
What?
what one went
What?
after your was it your parents?
what kind of monster went after your
Damn.
husband? Your
Oh,
spouse?
husband.
That's that what the conversation starter is? Hey, how'd your husband die?
No,
Cool.
that was just
Um,
if you and I. No, this was
Oh.
more of a if you and
Okay,
I have been
like a
kind of
history.
hunting this thing. Like, what is
Okay.
it that we've been hunting? That's all.
So it has a creature that has a history similar to like a skinwalker.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And so she often makes excuses to her wife that she's hunting deer, but that's not what she's hunting.
Got it. Makes sense. You'd be out with a ranger.
Yeah,
We hunt.
we hunt.
Is anybody else around my age by any chance? Probably not.
I'm older. I think. How old's
Anne's
Anne?
a youngish mom, so she's like 26.
whoa,
Um,
shit, baby's at 22. That's crazy.
mine is going to be 18.
Makes sense.
I could make it even worse, but we not. Her wife's older than her, by the way.
Good for her.
Good for
12
her.
years older?
Could be.
I could know her. Maybe she was in my grade before I left.
Yeah, because they met through their husbands passing away around the same time. You know, like a kind of like a grievance group kind of thing.
Right.
And then it became well.
Yeah.
Sorry. Just as a bit of a side thing, did both you and your wife's husbands both die to the skinwalker?
Never got the confirmation.
Okay.
How about
Or-
she's my sister, and even though her husband died, I've never been back before.
Oh, that's rude. I'm gonna kill you.
That's
Sure.
fucking care. Wow, that's rough.
So
Yeah.
He's
you
that
got a
guy.
sister named Wanda.
Okay.
Ooh, okay. That would also mean that Wanda is Robert, David Roberts' granddaughter.
Granddaughter.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
certainly one reason you're involved in this. Your grandfather-in-law.
You're staying in my house.
Oh, jeez.
You came into town with your criminal behavior as like a little skate behind you, and you're staying in for Grandpa's funeral. Congrats.
Mm-hmm.
We're
Yeah,
really happy to have you
that
here.
probably pisses you off a bit.
Yeah. You don't ever saw her tears. Oh,
They've
she's
been
always like,
tears all around. I didn't exactly share mine neither.
you. She just rolls her eyes at you.
Yep. But still, like, thanks for the couch. I do appreciate it.
Yeah, stop being pathetic.
Get a real
I-
job.
I reject your offer. Yeah.
Couch surfing. There's other relatives in town. He only stays for like 3 days at each of them until the next one gets tired of him.
Right?
Oh, no,
3 days.
I don't really trust the other ones. They probably believe that cop story.
And you think I don't?
Yeah. My sister always had a thing for smuts, so I gotta think you got a head on your shoulders there. I'll let you decide what that indicates that I believe.
I don't think you did what the cop said you did, but if you want to keep your head on your shoulders, you better not make my wife cry again. Yeah?
Yes, ma'am.
You're a good fucking sibling for once in your life. She actually cared about your grandpa, unlike you. She stayed around for him. Or is that just a rumor too?
No, I think she did. After Mom and Pop, well, you know what happened to them. I wondered what kept her here, but that's as good
They
a
moved to
story as
Florida?
any.
Mom and Pop moved to Florida.
Did they? Okay.
I just heard that from the keeper over there. They're moved to
Oh.
Florida?
Sorry, I missed that.
I don't know. I thought it was funny. You were like, you know, what
Yeah.
happened to them? And I was like, oh,
That's
you mean when
why
they
I left
moved?
it vague. It could be anything. Yeah.
They had a
when-
run-in with Disney and decided to not leave and became Disney adults.
Yeah.
Whatever happened to them, the Disney adults never coming back.
Hotel
I
Orlando.
like how you're both falling deeper into these accents.
I was mimicking him.
Uh,
So with the spooky and your character Jess, which of these things? I feel like I maybe used my powers on you at one time.
hmm.
Well, he's newly back in town.
Yep.
So
I got one something with.
what would
Was.
he have to do with a strange telepathic goth kid?
Well, I mean, we could have just had an encounter as I returned to town, just like.
You showed up at Wanda and Anne's house
When they were out.
unannounced
there.
while they were out.
Mhm.
Fucking
She
the
was
babysitter fucking flipped
Yep.
out at you, which is fair.
Yep.
Strange man showing up at the women's house.
Yeah.
Huh?
I was looking for Wanda. I have the right address.
And then I used my telepathy on you to find
Yeah.
out if you're real. But you noticed.
Yeah. Listen, kid. I've had a rough day. It's been a long drive. I'm just looking to chill out.
I don't know you. And then she looks at him with her piercing eyes.
And there's just 3 young children staring like the
Yeah.
fuck.
Well, look, just give her the message. I'm gonna go sleep in my car. You just, yeah. I'll keep an eye when she's back.
Let's say I'm assuming your character is kind of like one of these scoundrels with a heart of gold type.
Give or take.
Uh,
I like like
So-
to think so.
So maybe when she read your mind, she found something that was positive about you. That
Let's
reveals
see.
your
Mostly
gruff exterior.
probably hard life stuff, more
Yeah.
than positive. More like not really a lot of choices. Like he made some choices young, without knowing the consequences, and he's been kind of living the consequences then.
But yet he helps people by fighting monsters.
Well, he's encountered monsters now, and he's probably about
think
to
he-
again, and he's going to do the right thing here. But
Yeah, so she senses that.
he ain't nobody's hero. The wrong guy in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Yeah.
Okay, so she kind of gets it.
But I'm totally going to kick some ass on
Yeah.
monsters.
Yes.
Kick some ass. Let's kick some ass.
Okay, that works. And then was your character?
Well,
Do you have-
you're from town,
Yeah. Do you have
Right.
some
like I said.
some like? You believe in lots of weird stuff, so maybe she just like you're kind of
I've seen a lot
an-
of weird stuff.
a guy who's on the outskirts of society as well. So maybe just you keep running into each other and like
But
you maybe
it's quite as easy as he's at the diner. If he's
Yeah.
not in the woods,
oh
he's
okay.
at the diner.
Yeah, she's seen you there lots, and maybe occasionally you guys have sat down and just talked, and you've told her about all your like crazy, conspiracy theories of cryptids and stuff like that, and she's fascinated by that
Sure.
because that's like kind of what she feels like she is. So
Cool.
some bond forms there that she is actually that. She hasn't told you that what she is, but you sense something weird about her for sure. I mean, obviously, other than being a goth.
Yeah.
But yeah. So you guys sort of make kind of an interesting like dynamic, and she doesn't have a father, so maybe she sort of sees you as a father figure-ish kind of guy.
It's the mustache.
Yeah.
And it's the fact that I don't care she's goth.
Yeah, exactly.
That's her choice.
There's way more weird things out there than that.
Exactly. Kid wants to dress in black. Well, that's just all right by me.
That's just all right. Yeah, she wants to open up about her powers to you, but as still fears like people knowing that much about her.
Yeah, and just as a meta thing, they've probably talked about things, and she's probably said, "Oh no, that's no, not me. I don't. Yeah, don't." But nobody can lie to this guy.
Yeah,
He knows, but he doesn't care.
and maybe you've figured out a few things because she's like answered questions before you asked them and stuff like that.
Yeah, got it. Sorry, how old is she?
18.
18.
But let's say that they've been like kind of hanging out like just at the diner sometimes like for a few years.
I've been
maybe.
coming to the same diner since
Yeah.
before you were born, kid.
And she hangs out around there just to like watch people and was often there by herself, and then you guys sort of started chatting about
Yep.
weird stuff, and then it's just
Hope
like
you like
a
pie.
fun time. Yeah, and she does.
Excellent.
Yes, that's a damn fine cherry pie. That's my other character.
Yeah,
would have been.
fine pie. Yeah. All right. Did I miss my wrong spoon? Oh, I don't even have myself. Okay. What
Okay.
next?
All right, so I think that's all of us linked together now.
Okay, so let us begin. Sorry, hold on. My brain just went completely off the rails. I just need to bring that back.
Bring it back in.
So you all have seem to have connections to each other, and you all seem to have decided. You've heard the whispers that there was something strange about David Roberts' body. Where do you want to go? Oh, hold on. Wait, sorry, hold on. The thing. Let me just download it. I forgot about it. Oh, Vamp, what's your character's name?
Ophelia Vex.
Ophelia?
Yeah.
That is dope.
Nice.
I love the name Ophelia.
Yeah. I think it fits.
Ophelia Vex.
I changed my name in
Albert.
Albert to the character name.
Cool.
And Vamp, when you're done your character sheet, can you just send it to me?
Yeah. I'm just about there.
Yep.
It's weird.
No rush.
It's weird for the weapons you can pick. There's only like.
Yeah, the weapons
guns
are
and a
really
knife.
weird. I tend to go towards the size of pick something that makes sense for you to
I
have.
picked big knife and 9mm just because that's the only ones I
Yeah.
think she would have. Can't see.
Oh, why is an
Go off with a
18-year-old
shotgun.
in Canada
Yeah.
got a 9mm?
Yeah, I know, right?
I'm rejoining the room because I accidentally signed in. And it's gonna make me
yeah.
rejoin.
Sorry.
I'm thinking like maybe she gets
Rat.
that in some part of the game when we start fighting things. Like maybe one of the others gives it to her or something.
Like the criminal.
I was gonna say, sounds like something the criminal
Yeah,
would do.
take
Just
this.
like 5 of those.
You'll need it.
It's Craig, by the way.
Yeah. Yes, exactly.
I heard Greg every single time.
Yeah, that's what I wrote down too.
Craig.
How did Ophelia? You said, by the way.
Yeah, Ophelia and Vex.
Okay. Vex.
And also she has a mom, but her mom is like very self-involved. She's an actress. And
In small town. That's such a choice.
Hallmark.
well,
that Hallmark.
she's never there. She's like actually out of town.
Oh, okay.
So
I was like, that is
she's
a
on her
weird
own a
place
lot.
to live to be an actor.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's off in Toronto most of the time.
Hollywood of the North.
Or Vancouver.
Also Hollywood of the North.
Yeah. And I'm kind of imagining her like Moira or Delia. Moira from Schitt's Creek.
Yes.
Oh,
Kinda
yeah.
like that.
Really going for a lot of Catherine O'Hara references.
Yeah,
We
totally.
got Beetlejuice. We got
Totally her. That's her mom.
Ooh.
Actually, Delia and Moira are practically the same person.
All right. Welcome to the town of Cedar Oak.
Cedar Oak, one word. Okay, there you go.
Yes. So I have placed homes for your characters randomly.
Okay.
But this is the town and some
Oh, cool.
landmark areas. Weird girl. This is where his body washed up and was found by the tourists, who, like the few tourists that you do get in town, typically were staying at the Oakwood Bed and Breakfast. they have not. It's been a couple days, but they haven't left town yet, as there is an ongoing inquiry, you may say. They've been asked to stay a little longer.
I'm gonna say I'm with Elliot at the diner, and
I don't have a diner on here, but we can add one.
No,
yeah, we should.
you gotta
one.
add the diner.
I didn't
Either
make a diner.
that,
Where
or I could
do you guys
just
want?
see that the
Where do you
Inari
guys want?
Tea House
I'd
used
say-
to be a diner, and he still keeps coming there, and they still make coffee and pie, and then Japanese food and tea.
I do like that.
That's funny.
Coffee, pie, sushi.
Yeah,
And a girl dressed in Victorian dresses kind of fits in there.
Okay.
it's a tea house. Victorian always fits.
All right.
Well,
So
you two are there. I think how long has Craig been in town? About 3 days, you said?
That sounds right. I can
And
look
did
back.
he how long ago did David die?
David died. Okay, if Craig has been in town for 3 days, then
Uh-oh.
David died, I would say 5 days ago.
So, I would assume at some point there would be a candid. We like candidacy here. That's what she says. I don't want Wanda looking at your grandpa's corpse. They're gonna release it to family. You gotta be the one that steps up to do it, and I'm going with you.
I ain't gonna miss that for sure. I got some questions, but well, maybe we can answer them together.
And
Don't think she's ready for it.
Elliot and Ophelia are at the tea house, and we heard there's a dead body somewhere. Or Ophelia heard that. Hey, do you want to go
Well, it
see a
wasn't
dead
actually-
body?
Well, that was, yeah. The dead body was like 5 days ago, little girl.
Oh, I thought it was recent. Okay, we
I think we are 5 days into this now,
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
just from the way
David
that it sort of
Roberts
sounds.
was found 5 days ago.
Yeah. Okay.
There must be
Um,
something strange going on, because 5 days is a while to hold the body, so we know there's something fishy.
I mean, as far as I know, David wasn't exactly unhealthy. He fished.
Honestly, I wouldn't know.
Stick around and maybe you'll actually find out what your family likes to do.
It sounds great. It really does. Business is always calling, though. We'll see. I'll give it a shot. I'll try. He says in a way that, well, you're not the one who can tell a lie.
Nope.
no.
She doesn't care if you're lying to her face.
Yeah. I think would love to try. It's just not likely.
Either way, she's unimpressed.
Hard pass. Not in my house.
She doesn't need to know she doesn't need to be able to tell when people are lying to know you're lying.
Yeah. Fair enough.
It's as simple as your behavior shows already a track record. I don't see a difference, so it doesn't matter to me.
Yeah.
All right.
I ain't gonna explain myself to you.
I don't care.
Did you get a call about this body already, or are we just shooting the shit while she's out doing laundry?
You think I'd get a call before you?
That got a phone over there. Maybe it rang. I don't know.
I'll have to ask Ophelia. She's home more than I am.
did I get a call? Actually, yeah, I
Or
said
did your
I said
landline?
I-
Did the landline get a call?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's how the
exactly.
land.
Oh.
That's why she's like she's more
was
home
there.
than I am. Yeah,
Yep.
so let's say I did get a call, and that's why I was talking about a dead body.
that's why you know about the body.
Exactly.
Elliot,
Yep.
you gotta check this out. It's a dead body.
Nope, we're not invited to that one, but
Ah,
not everybody's just allowed to go in and check out the dead bodies as much as it'd be fun.
the world just doesn't
Whoa.
work for me.
There's is there, so what is there as far as oh, there's, I was gonna say, is there like a police or anything down there?
I literally just added that. It's
I
the town
just
hall,
saw
the
it.
police, that little area. Well, I just added it about 2 minutes ago.
Yeah.
That would be where they are holding the body.
Not at the morgue. I guess maybe it's
Police
a small
station
town. It's
morgue.
It's all
probably
there.
in the
It's all
police
there.
station.
Mhm.
Yeah. All in
Yeah,
one.
it's all kind of in there.
It's a small town. You just take a walk down there if we're curious. Some interesting.
Yeah, let's do that.
There's some interesting rumors going on. Curious what they'll say.
Maybe it was one of your cryptids.
Never do know now, do you?
She chuckles.
It could be anywhere. All right. So we'll take a walk down that direction. After settling the tab, of course.
You better not dine and dash. She pays you good money to not dine and dash, Ophelia.
She doesn't,
That doesn't matter. I take care of it.
she
It's a
doesn't
small
actually
town.
have to worry too much about money. Her mom's how successful her mother is, we don't know.
But she makes good babysitting bank, man.
Yeah,
Right? In the 90s?
yeah, true.
With a
Babysitting
set of
crime
twins and a 3-year-old. Whoa.
I bet
You work for that.
Ophelia
Hey.
really likes working for Anne and Wanda, because sometimes Anne actually brings, like, she does actual hunt, and so sometimes they'll just be like old bones that she can just
Yeah, totally.
give. You
Yeah,
just have a deer skull somewhere.
Yeah.
exactly. Want some teeth?
Yeah.
Got an antler?
Got some knuckles. Wait, no, deer don't
Yeah.
have knuckles. But she was honest about the fact that there was actually knuckles and goes, wait a minute.
Yeah. Best not to ask.
So, Ophelia, did you let Anne or Wanda know about the body after you got the call?
Yeah, I had left a note, so maybe you just didn't see where I put it. It was in a weird place. You decide where.
Or you just didn't want.
It was
Mention
underneath
it
the
too,
deer skull
right?
again. I should have
Yeah.
checked there first.
It's
Or
in the
behind the
pentagram.
Billy Bass.
Yeah.
It's in the crib. Yep.
It's in the crib with the Billy Bass.
Of course. Where would you put it?
Where else would it
The
be?
babies
Crib,
can't
they're
read.
4 and 3.
Yeah.
They can't read.
Exactly.
Why
They have
they got a
training
Billy
beds.
Bass to sing to him.
Yeah, they have a Billy Bass to sing to him.
What every parent wants. Not.
Oh, I can just edit the name here.
Well, if we do find the note, we'll head down. I presume.
Towards police station morgue stuff.
Yeah.
Is this the kind of small town that they actually have a dedicated morgue, or do they have more of a funeral home kind of thing?
It
Because
is definitely more of a funeral home. It's actually
Okay.
a couple doors down from the police.
Okay.
And the person who did the autopsy is definitely also the local doctor.
What's the local doctor's name?
Sandy.
Dr. Sandy.
Hold on.
Sandy Dibblebap.
Williams. I'm going to open a name generator because I'm going to
There you
need
go.
it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I ran modern day for all of college, and yeah. Names.
Lifesaver.
Whew. Okay. Okay, so you're all heading kind of towards the police station, the funeral home,
Mm-hmm.
the center of the town square, the center of town area. You pull up. Anne, you're in your pickup.
Mm-hmm.
You pull up on the street outside and hop out, and you see Ophelia and Elliot meandering casually down the street, trying to look innocent, like they're not doing anything weird over here.
Elliot, you're out of
They
your
are
normal
the weird.
range.
Yeah, I know. I heard, if I haven't seen you since, my condolences to your Wanda. Um, you look familiar. Looking
I
at
don't know
Craig.
what that would be.
Did you get my note about the body?
Elliot. Yeah, I did, kid. Thinking about seeing it soon, actually. Coincidence.
Yeah. Rumor mill says there's something weird about it.
Well, it's weird they didn't call us down to, confirm. But I think most know David when they see David.
He's a local. He's all been out there, out fishing so long.
Yeah, wasn't he the librarian?
He was a librarian when he retired.
Would that have been when I was still in school?
Yeah, you would have been younger for sure. You would have been probably
been
in middle school.
In the library a lot. So, oh, it's
Yes.
that guy.
Just
Oh.
so as you know, if the body's been in the water for a while, sometimes they are a little hard to recognize. I hear.
Interesting.
You can see how the water preserves some of the bodies in bogs, but it's going to be different in fresh water? Question mark. I
Yes,
am
it's a
unfamiliar. Okay, there you go.
You're in Lake Huron, which is one of the Great Lakes.
I am American. Thank you for the confirmation. Lake
Great
Huron,
Lakes
You
are
live
part
in
of America.
Illinois. You're on the Great Lake.
but not
Yeah.
Lake Huron.
Yeah, you're on Lake Erie. It's still one of them, right?
Yeah.
Michigan.
Lake Michigan.
We're near the Michigan state.
There's a good 3 to choose from.
Well,
Yeah,
Michigan also is on Lake Huron, I'm pretty sure.
Well, I don't
So-
live in Michigan.
Lake Ontario.
Oh.
Completely different.
Can't say I know shit about how a body decomposes unless I leave it out in the trail, so water's foreign.
Let's take a look here and see what there is to learn.
All right, so you
Yeah.
guys head in.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
The police station is small. There is a woman at the reception desk. She's about your age, Anne. Honestly, you probably went to school together.
Okay.
She is definitely. She's not looking at you guys. She's working on some. She's doing paperwork. A little bit distracted. There is no like other room. Like behind her, you basically just see the rest of the like desks. Where there's about 2 or 3 desks that are being used.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's a couple of doors leading off to the side to, you can assume, a cell area and an interrogation room, and maybe an office for the big guy.
This brings back unpleasant memories.
Sure, there's chief. Does the guy who charged Craig of throwing him out of town? Does he still work here?
Yes, he does. He's the big guy.
Hey.
You can see on one of the doors leading out of the main room. You do see the name Detective Dale Thomas written across it.
Oh, son of a bitch. Maybe I don't want to come in here. Maybe
Don't
you
make a
guys go on
fuss.
ahead.
Don't
So
make
we
a
check,
fuss, and he won't be able to.
So we check
Innocent
Slack
until proven guilty.
for Discord.
Oh,
Ophelia's trying to look around to see the body.
it's not in the police station.
Yeah, she's just eagerly trying to like, where is it? Where is it?
Right.
Okay.
Stop looking so excited. That's my wife's grandpa.
Oh,
Okay, so the rest of you. Okay, so
Yeah,
What's
if
your
it's
name
not in
again?
the police station.
Yeah.
It doesn't really make sense anymore.
Craig.
So, yeah.
Craig does not go into the police station with you. He's outside. Or some, but he's outside. He didn't come in.
No.
You guys are basically going to, like, you were asked to come to the station to identify the body. So yes, so there's a receptionist. Her name is not that. Hold on.
Oh, that's an odd name.
Okay, this is giving me the most unhinged names I've ever seen in my life. Mackenzie. Her name is Mackenzie.
Oh, yes.
And you know that.
Yep.
Okay. Well, Anne's gonna come up, kind of waving a hand at Elliot and Ophelia, and if she can catch the eye of Craig, who's probably hiding around the corner on the outside, she's gonna put a middle finger up to him. Wuss. But she'll approach and be like, hi, I'm you know me, Ken's, but Anne.
Oh, hey Anne. Can I help
Yeah.
you?
Here for more serious stuff. I'm here representing Wanda Lewis Habley, formerly maiden name Roberts.
Oh, yes, this is about Mr. Roberts. I was really sorry to hear about that. Let me go get Officer Wilkins. He'll show you to the morgue. Funeral home, whatever.
Morg.
And who are they?
Calm down there, Bex.
My
Oh,
Hutton,
come on, Mackenzie.
you know
know
who
me.
Elliot is. Don't be a fool. But
I'm just
introduce
here for
yourself.
moral support. That's
And
all.
oh, okay, moral. They're okay. And that's
Ophelia was the
like-
one that took the call.
Oh, that's who that was. Okay.
Hi.
Yeah, we spoke on the phone.
Now she might not know much about David, but
Oh, he was the
she could know other
librarian.
stuff. Yep. And my wife's grandfather again, Ophelia.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, remember that one.
I'll try.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. I'll just go. I'll go get Officer Wilkins, and he'll show you guys over. So just hold on one second. And she's gonna get up and she's gonna kind of scurry off and knock on Detective Dale Thomas's door. And it'll crack open. And you don't hear the conversation unless you guys do anything. But yeah, so they're kind of talking. And then
She's gonna walk like she owns a place towards the door.
Oh, okay.
Towards big guy, Detective Dale Thomas's door.
Yeah. Yeah, so Mackenzie will see you approach and be like, "Oh,
Are we not meeting in here?
well, so sorry. I was getting Officer Wilkins. He was just in a well, and the door opens. The person on the other side of the door will open it more, and there are two men in there. There's an older gentleman who's clearly been around for a while. He's probably in his 50s. And a younger guy who is in his, I'd say roughly actually about Craig's age. And they're both looking at you pretty confused.
Oh, how old
What?
are you, Craig?
38.
38.
38.
And
Gone for
yeah,
25
so
years.
the man who you can assume is Detective Dale Thomas looks pretty puzzled at you, and he goes,
Can't remember a familiar face. You were with me when you solved the case about my husband.
yes,
Solved.
Anne Lewis.
She
That
says
was-
he's solved with like a unimpressed tone.
Like not
Yes,
solved.
that was a tough one. Ken, I believe you're here about. I think Mackenzie was telling us that you were here about Wanda's grandfather.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, so Officer Wilkins here will show you to the funeral home.
Officer Wilkins. We're familiar with him then. Small town, we know who he is.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so the man standing next to Dale Thomas.
Dale.
Jesus. Yeah, Dale Thomas is Officer Peter Wilkins. He is he is much more around town than the detective. He is very much the guy that shows up to calls. So he's very much the friendly neighborhood cop type.
One of the only
Kind
of
of-
those folk that actually stayed out in the woods to hunt for my husband. Good man.
Of course. Still sorry, there wasn't more we could do. He's very, very smiley, very personable guy. And yeah, so he'll step forward and he'll go, "All right, well, I guess we're gonna go identify a body."
As if we don't already know, but yeah, let's get to it.
Suppose so. And he'll start leading you out, and he'll spot Elliot and Ophelia in the. Did you follow, or were you
Oh,
guys
yeah.
still over in the?
She's,
Okay.
she's definitely trying to stay.
ducklings.
Okay, cool. So yeah, he'll stop. He'll see the two of you, and he'll go, "Well, I guess this is gonna be a party then."
Yep. Moral support.
We all could
Ophelia
use.
laughs
Well, we all
awkwardly.
could use some of that.
This still one's our
Elliot,
cheerleader.
you are definitely familiar with Officer Wilkins because he's the one that answers like to
When I'm
calls.
busting up them kids again.
So anytime things like that, or any of the, at least maybe in your younger days, maybe less now, more interesting phone calls.
Sure.
He would have been the one to come and talk to you. He always listens to whatever theory it is that you have. He always is a very rapt listener. So he leads you guys. He'll lead you guys out of the police station and a few doors down towards the morgue. Craig, what are you doing?
I am staying away from the police station and doing the thing in the message I sent you.
Yes. Great. So, let me pull up your sheet real quick. Here it is. Okay, so it doesn't have to be a secret. You are trying to break into the morgue.
I'm not going to the police station or getting an escort. I'm breaking into the morgue. Yeah.
So you're
kind of my thing.
You're going to roll sharp for me. So roll 2d6 plus your sharp.
Okay. Is there a way to add one to the dice?
Yes.
Or is it...
yes,
there is.
Bonus.
But
also... Yep.
Just under the eye.
Got it.
That's a 3, so...
Yeah.
Snake eyes!
Yeah.
So mark an experience point.
Hey!
Let's see. Yeah, so that is...
Crash!
You certainly do not succeed. You are at a side window trying to shimmy it open.
Please.
And
Not a
from
good
behind
thing,
you, you
Claudia.
hear, that you, Craig? And you turn around, and Officer Wilkins is standing there with Elliot and Ophelia and Anne.
You're a fool,
And they're all just kind of
Craig.
staring at you.
You're a fucking fool.
Oh shit. Well, if it ain't Pete Wilkins.
Yeah, I haven't seen you in a
I don't
hot
think I've
minute.
seen you since we played with Lego.
Yeah? How you doing? How's it been?
As soon as I dropped my watch in this window, and I'm trying to reach it, but I got no luck here. Maybe
Well,
if
you're
you,
probably here
like,
about your grandfather, right?
Yeah, that.
Yeah, well, come on. We were just heading in there. You can grab your watch on the inside.
Okay, great. Yeah, I'll do that.
And then he goes and opens the door because it's a funeral home and they're not closed. You can just walk in.
Yeah,
there is
I'll
another
make a note of that.
There's another man standing at the counter. He is a lot younger. He's about 22. He does not look like he wants to be there. He's very dour, kind of doodling on a pad. And he does not look up when you walk in. Officer Wilkins definitely will approach and kind of try and get his attention. And he'll just kind of nod his head kind of to direct you through to the other room. Ophelia, you would maybe recognize him. He would have been a few years older than you in school. This is Reese Collins. His family owns the funeral home. And He was also kind of a weird kid. Again, his family owned the funeral home. Reese is RHYS.
Or HYS.
But yes, he was always kind of a little bit of an outcast and an artist. Just fun fact. So that's what he's drawing. Yeah, so he nods you guys through to the other room where you find his mother, Julia, who is, well, as soon as she sees you, Anne, she'll go, "Oh, I'm so sorry for your loss. How's Wanda?"
Trying to keep her head out of it, but you can imagine it's quite difficult.
Yeah, she's always been a sensitive one, huh?
Huh. Well, this is her brother Craig. He's sensitive too.
In my way.
Oh, Craig, I think I vaguely remember you.
Oh.
A little. She
Well, some
seems
of my
a
escapades
little,
were pretty legendary.
yes, she seems a little uneasy with Craig in the room.
Look, on, we're just
Now
here to
that she
take care of
knows.
some business, and everything's gonna be fine.
Of course.
He's not a real reassuring one, so just ignore him.
Okay. Yes, so
Oh,
the doctor,
Some
Dr.
people
Williams.
find me very, very reassuring.
Okay, all right. Yeah. So Dr. Williams is not not here right now. She's busy, but I can show you to the body. It's just this way. So she'll walk over. At this point, you're in a cold room. This is clearly where they store the bodies. And she will pull one of the, like, there's like the little
Drawers.
cabinets, yeah, the little drawers, and she'll pull one out, and there's a body with a like a sheet over it, and she'll go, "All right, this may be a little troubling to see." And she's
Helios right
definitely
there.
kind of glancing at, yeah, she's definitely
Yeah.
glancing over at the 18-year-old in the room.
She
She's like,
steps forward and looks very interested.
Why
"Okay."
don't you just give Anne and Craig just a moment? Just give them a moment.
All right. She looks
Just imagine
disappointed,
Elliot
but steps away.
grabs her by the back of her, tries to
Yeah.
yank her back. She's like,
Come on,
space,
kid."
fucking space. Yeah, so just, let me know if you need any water or somewhere to sit down. Reese is a good boy. He'll go get something for you.
He had like a birthmark thing on his stomach. Can we see his stomach area?
What stomach? It's open.
But
Well, it would have been stitched back up.
did they reveal all the way down to the stomach?
They have not moved the sheet yet.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Um,
So that's what I want them to do that, but I don't want to say I want to see like the gaping wound.
Do we
So I
know
made up a
about
thing
the
about
wounds
a
yet?
birthmark.
Do we
not
know?
technically.
Okay.
No.
Okay, I'll take
But
it
if there was an
Um,
autopsy, there would have been like a cut and stitches.
Yes.
Or
Right.
glued
So
back together.
she,
But if there was a wound,
she will pull the sheet down, and you will see the face of David Roberts.
yeah.
I've been tricked by like those sorts of things before. Let me see the stomach.
All
Is it a birthmark?
right.
Craig?
Yeah, sure. And she'll pull it down farther, and you will see the stomach
Your birthmark?
where there is a birthmark, actually. She wasn't lying. There is definitely a birthmark.
Okay.
And now I believe I want you to roll something.
Ooh.
I would like one of you, or both of you, to roll investigate a mystery.
So sharp.
Mhm.
Okay. Sure. Both Craig and I, or just
And the two of you.
I'm trying to look too, but I'm too far
Yeah.
back.
Yeah.
I think.
9?
9.
Craig
Okay,
got
so a mixed
10.
success.
I got a
Craig
10.
got 10.
Oh, and that's a complete success. Okay, great. So, investigate a mystery. You have, on a complete success, you get to ask 2 questions to me, and on a mixed, you get 1. There is a list of questions. So, what happened here? What sort of creature is it? What can it do? What can hurt it? Where did it go? What was it going to do? And what is being concealed here? I will answer it to the best of what you are able to tell.
Gotcha. I think that the main thing I wanted to go with is like how was it done, which I think is probably what creature was it? Like what claws, teeth,
Yes.
etc.
So it is a very interesting wound because there does not appear to be a cut on the outside. It looks kind of like, not like it burst out, but like it was kind of ripped open from the inside.
Ooh.
Okay. Let me bring up those questions there, so you don't have to remind me.
Yes, that should be in the reference sheet that I sent. There is the basic moves that you guys do.
So, we do then see a basically an area in which, a not. Would you akin this to a like almost a shot, like a gun blast from the other sides, like when an exit wound is basically what we're looking at?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
But there's
Something was
no entrance wound on the back or anything weird like that. So,
Yes, there is an entrance wound.
something was born in his liver and took his intestines with it when it left. Let's go with where did it go? Like, is there any signs that it is?
still present.
I don't know. Does it walk on land or in the water? It was since he was found on the border between the two.
So this is something you can't tell by looking at it, but
enough.
in the whispers that you've heard and the rumors, it was like that when he washed ashore.
Right.
That wound was there when he was found on the beach, and there was water in it. So it happened while he was either in the water or before he went in,
Gotcha.
which he was out fishing. So it would have either been on his boat when he was on his boat or when he was in the water.
Okay. So, what
Does
sort
Anne
of?
get one question too?
Yeah,
Mhm.
looks like it. So, we asked where did it go and what sort of creature is it? Was that what it was that you asked?
Yes, I believe so. Although I think I kind of ended up answering what happened here.
Yeah.
I'm
There's not really a lot of information for what sort of creature is it yet.
Yeah, not a
Okay.
lot of evidence to go from, I guess.
So, are we aware at this point about the liver and the intestines being gone? or has it not
Yes.
been told to us? Oh, it has been told. Okay.
So that
So-
you had heard a lot of rumors about.
Okay.
Um, and if you ask Julia, she will tell you. She will be like, yeah, it was. And, you know, I'm probably not supposed to really tell you this. And Officer Wilkins is pretending like he cannot hear her. But, you know, the liver and the intestines were all gone. The weirdest thing.
I'm gonna go ahead and ask what is being concealed here.
Yeah,
And
I thought that'd be good.
what I want to know is the tourists, they found him washed up. There might have been viscera, there might have been blood in the water, there might have been other rumors that surfaced. And not only that, if there was a chest burst from the inside, are any of the other organs damaged? Basically,
No.
is what is being concealed. Okay.
None of the other organs are damaged. Except for like where the liver and intestines would have connected.
Are there any
Right.
invisible spirits or magical influences here? With the site
They're
that I could see with the site.
very vague question. Hold on.
I mean, we're in a funeral home. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
What is
definitely an atmosphere. Let me just look at what the fuck magical influences means. There are no ghosts.
Okay.
Not a lot of unfinished business in Cedar Oak.
Hmm.
Died because they were stupid.
But you do get some energy off of David's corpse. Like there is ghost was near him, and it definitely was not
Sorry, what
an
was
animal.
near him? You cut out there a sec.
Something odd, something from your, like, you can't tell what it was, but it wasn't, you can tell he was near some sort of magical or paranormal or type thing. What has been near him.
Okay. So
Where's his boat?
if anyone happens to notice me, my eyes are turning white. With that sort of white film while I sort of look into the spirit realm.
Well, she's going blind again.
It just comes over me.
This is totally creepy.
Officer Wilkins will go, oh my god, is she all right? Is there anything that
Yeah,
can
she
I
just
help you
does
with
this
anything, hun?
It's
Bad.
okay. Every once in a while, she gets a little sleepy while standing up. It's a weird thing. You know what kids do nowadays? It's all kind of weird.
And Julia will go, oh, does she want a chair or a glass of water? Or Riz? Reese or Riz? I don't know how that name's pronounced.
You
Reese.
said Reese
I did
before,
say Reese
so-
earlier. Yeah,
Yeah.
I know. I'm going to go with
That's
that.
my neighbors
Reese?
is spelled the same way.
Okay, cool. Reese, can you get a chair and some water? No response.
Mm.
Is he also stuck in his own world? How far out is this area from where Reese is at?
It's basically
Not
like
far.
the next room over.
She's gonna like jog backwards and take a peek out. Make sure he's
He's got headphones in.
Yeah,
figures.
kids.
Yeah, I don't-
The
Where's his
headphones aren't very
boat?
good in the 90s, just so saying.
Ain't that the truth?
He's got a Walkman.
That part I remember.
He's got a Walkman. He's listening to things on
No,
cassette.
1995. He's got a Discman.
He got a Discman.
Discman, but he's still got
Yep.
those crappy orange.
Yeah, sorry, he
soft
doesn't have
orange
headphones.
foam
Sorry, he doesn't.
headphones.
You're right. He doesn't have headphones in. He's got them like over his ear, like those little.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cheap over the ear. Yep.
Guardians of the
You're right.
Galaxy
I
special.
forgot. I forgot my own fucking time period. Yeah.
We'll hold you in line.
So I think you were asking, Anne. You were asking something.
Yeah, where's his boat?
Okay. Are you asking Officer Wilkins?
Officers Wilkins.
Yeah. Oh. You know it. Strangest thing, we found it. It was found by a local, just kind of floating in the water.
What was
it kind of we pulled it back to the docks, tied it up. We looked it over, nothing to find really. I'm sure it can be released to his kin soon enough.
Where's his tackle box? In the boat?
Yeah, it looked
And his fishing pole?
yeah.
He must have been
Didn't
using
find
it.
that.
Figures.
Yeah, that was missing. Tackle box totally fine all there. His lunch. Well, we found his lunch he'd packed up for himself. Nice little container of leftovers. No fishing pole though.
His bait?
In the tackle box? Oh, his bait. Yeah, okay, sorry. Shh, I don't know enough about fishing. Yeah, little container bait. Totally normal.
Mealworms.
Really only thing missing what's the fishing pole?
That's a nice fishing pole.
Well, I knows
Yeah.
any fish while I'm in town. Hey kid, you wanted to see a body? You want to check this out?
Okay, her eyes go back to normal. She goes, "Oh, something strange about this."
I
Yeah,
mean, it's a corpse,
so-
kid.
She goes and looks at
And
the
then she-
corpse, but
She winks. She's like, she knows, but it's a corpse, kid. Of course it's weird.
yeah, she's looking now very. Did she get a chance to maybe investigate it a little bit?
Yeah,
Okay.
go ahead. And
It's
roll
a-
2d6 plus shark.
That'll just be a
Oof.
4.
Oof, that is a failure.
Getting it.
Yeah,
getting
so Mark-
experience.
Yes, so
Right.
mark your an experience point. Hold on a second. I look in a book.
You know what would have been really great if instead of they called it like it has experience, but the other experience with the dots, it should have said inexperience.
Yeah, so that's
opportunity.
failure. So you see something.
Ooh.
You hear
Huh?
water. You hear waves. And you hear strange sound. Like nails scraping along stone.
Okay, I look around and see if I
Nothing
can
there?
follow the sound.
Nope.
I think to myself, maybe,
And as
maybe
soon
it's
as
just
you- as soon as you look
hallucination
away-
or something.
As soon as you look away, it stops.
I reach out towards the body. Does anyone stop me?
Well, yes, Officer Wilkins will go. I would. That is going to have to be a no, unfortunately.
Yeah. Don't,
I
Ophelia,
understand.
don't touch it.
I understand the curiosity of youth, but that is definitely not going to be okay.
Sorry, Vexy,
appropriate.
that's a hard no. Come on
Yes. I don't like saying no, but that is certainly going to be a hard no.
Officer Wilkins, you mind if I look over Dr. Williams' report?
Oh, yeah, that should be no problem at all. Yeah, Julia, do you have a copy of that anywhere? And she's gonna go, oh, yes, okay, she left I have a copy of the report, in her, well, my office, but she was, using it. Hold on a second. And Julia will head out of the room to look for it.
As soon as she leaves, I
Okay.
touch the body.
No,
Ophelia.
it's
Officer
Wilkins.
Officer Wilkins
Officer
is
Wilkins
still
is gonna-
standing there and
Yeah, come
looks
on.
extremely
Step away now,
disapproving.
Ophelia. I'll look at Craig and go, by the way, you should probably get your grandfather's personal effects.
Yes,
Never know what he might have had in his pockets.
it's true.
Oh, yes, his belongings. Yes. Those should be over this way. We had them at the police station, but there really wasn't much to see, so we brought them over here. So when his kin would come and identify him, we could just give him the things that he had on him, and he'll move over to a different part of the room and hand you and pull out like a zip, like an evidence bag with some stuff in it.
Yeah, okay. Anything there that's not a normal? Any fishing equipment? Anything fishing related, or is it?
Yeah. So obvious things, wallet, keys,
Mm-hmm.
things like that, and
Lighter.
what? Lighter.
Lighter.
Yep. Yes, it is full of water. And a fish hook. Is in there, as well as his hat.
The fish hook. I don't know how to say this. Used or not? Has it been bitten? Has it been like? Is it bloody? Like, was it used in
Hard
any
to
way,
tell
or is
that
it
if it was
like
in the water.
fresh?
It could be bent
Yeah.
though.
Could be bent.
Okay. When you hold it up, like if you're looking at the bag and stuff, it does have a strange glint to it.
Oh.
Like there is something on it.
Do.
Have anything that helps with this? No.
What does the thing look like?
It's a fish hook. It's weird. Yeah.
Has something
Take a
on
look
it?
at this, kid. Tell me what. Tell me if you see anything funny on it.
Okay, I look at it with the sight.
Yeah, you absolutely do. There is some sort of strange liquid. It's a dark liquid, and it is your instincts with the spirits are screaming at you.
I try to see if I can determine anything about it more. Investigate a mysteries, maybe.
Let me just take a look at that to see if that's what you do.
Oh, I need to get a hold. So rolling sharp, and I need to get a hold, which I can spend on asking a question.
Actually, no. I want you to use magic.
Oh, okay. Roll plus weird. Okay.
Yes.
Wrong thing. Okay. 2 days. Ugh. Still a 5.
Holy smokes!
Oh,
That's a 5 with your +2.
yeah.
That's fucking rough, bud. Okay. So,
Mark another experience.
yeah. You see a set of eyes. They are dark and sunken in, and they stare straight at you.
Have I seen eyes like that before?
You have not. And it is now aware of your presence.
Ooh. I recoil back. Ah. Ooh. Something knows about me.
Yes, so you saw eyes, dark, sunken, and you couldn't see much else, but the skin around the eyes seemed wet.
Giving you the Innsmouth look.
It gave me the
Mhm.
in-mouth look. Yeah.
think around the eyes seemed wet. Yes.
I feel you got something there. You reacted a bit harshly to a fishing hook.
Oh, there's something in the lake, I think.
Don't doubt it, because I'm about to find out whether or not he drowned.
I don't think that's what happened.
Nope, don't think so either. But if he was alive when he got down there, he would have breathed water in and went in his lungs. It would have been found on the report. Either it took him
Yeah,
alive or it
so-
took him dead.
So Julia is back in, and she's got the autopsy report. I really hope you don't expect too much of
Nope.
description, because I do not know what goes in an autopsy report, but I will answer that
I do,
question. He did
unfortunately,
drown.
but he did drown.
Yep.
Okay,
He
so
did
he
drown.
was alive when he
In
when
the
he
water.
was dying,
Yes.
when he hit the water. So he breathed it in.
Yeah.
And he potentially died. There's no evidence of this, whether or not, but he potentially died rather of drowning rather than of the trauma of his stomach.
Yes.
He was fishing. He caught something he shouldn't have, and it pulled him in, I guess.
You think that's blood of whatever he caught? On there?
Yeah.
There's something about that.
I don't know what things are like around here, but back
I
in
thought
the
it was-
city, I had to run in with some pretty weird shit. Kind of got me a little spooked, if you know what I mean. And when I heard about Grandpa, I came back here, but yeah, this could be some weird ass shit right here.
It's hitting a bit too close to home, I think. Second time in the last 2 years. Fucking hate this place.
Oh, you too?
I'd hate this place, but It's a great place to go hunting, don't you think?
Yeah, put your waders on.
Yeah.
It's okay. I can fish.
Okay. What do you guys do now?
Thank Pete for his time.
He appreciates that. So pretty
Yeah.
much what I'm asking is, what are you guys going to do to learn more about what happened, whether it is what happened to David, or other sorts of links that you can find, or maybe if you can figure out a type of creature. Like what are
Well,
you guys gonna do?
There's the place he was found. There's the places he goes fishing. I think that's a pretty strong lead.
Yeah,
There's what else we got?
we need to find his fishing rod. You could wash it
Yeah,
up.
for
Right,
sure. Try to
yeah.
find his rod, right? That gives us a place.
That to me, I mean, I guess I'm worried that that one's stuck in the mouth of some undersea god.
Well, they got
Let's not.
the hook, Craig.
Yeah, that's
They
weird.
got the hook back. How'd they
But
not get the rod?
Mm.
So
The line
so
snapped.
from
The
the
monster coughed it up.
from all the days that I've been out here, where was David's favorite fishing spot?
So, David's favorite fishing spot. You would actually know exactly where it was, because you have, let me find my fucking map, because I apparently too many tabs. Here.
From
So,
the ranger station.
your ranger station is here.
Yep.
You probably kind of, do
Oh yeah.
some rounds around this way. And I am assuming, but you tell me, correct me if I'm wrong, that you've definitely made the walk up to the lighthouse.
Oh
A good
yeah.
few times.
Of course.
I
Get a
remember
nice-
I remember a young Craig breaking into the lighthouse one day, standing up, mooning people with the bright beam on him.
Yeah, that was funny.
So yes, so you know that David liked to fish near the mouth of the cove. Sorry, let me repeat that because I'm incorrect. He liked to fish around here. So
Okay. Between the mouth and the grotto.
yes. So along this area, there is, so I will elaborate a bit more, it's not really on the map. So the grotto is a sort of, like, it's a cave. It's a grotto. Popular, like, teens sometimes hang out around there, or like visiting tourists, or it's very like a popular little spot. Very beautiful, kind of rocky shore area. And then along here, there are a few homes. So just around this area. There
Any
are a
of
couple of
those
little
homes belong to David?
cottages. No, David lived over here. David
So I have to
lived.
zoom out.
Sorry, I had added a thing for David to him and then I erased it before I downloaded the map. Yeah, David would have lived around in one of the residential areas.
Okay.
He worked at the library. He had his family. He was a town person. Yeah, so there's a few homes along here. There's the grotto. And of course there is the hiking trail up to the lighthouse.
Okay. I think we go take a walk.
What? There's not a truck road. Just pull in the back. Fine. You know, and I like to walk.
Okay, yeah, so you guys do that. Is there anybody that you want to talk to? Is there any like anywhere you want to try and do research? Is there any, or do you want to head straight for the trail?
Well,
There's
those
Up after.
tourists are at the bed and breakfast.
Mhm.
This also does sound like a thing that might have happened before in this town, like maybe a long time ago or something. I wonder if there's like an archive that might give us a hint that.
Well, maybe something at the library.
Good point, actually. That's a bit of a coincidence.
There would certainly be previous news stories at the library.
Yes.
We could also take a quick look at the and I'm thinking that we probably, walked out, not with Wilkins still standing there.
No, he would have. You guys definitely left with him, but he would have bid you adieu and headed back to the station.
Yeah. So we
Was-
should also the docks aren't that far away either. We should probably go there and take a look at the boat. I mean, they didn't see the stuff on the hook. You never know what else they missed.
Was Wilkins the one that found the evidence? Packed everything up?
Yeah, he would have been the guy.
Yes, he would have packed it up. The detective would have looked at it and everything, but he would have been the one that bagged it all.
So
He
was
does
the one
all the yes, he does all the grunt work. The detective would have been at the scene as well. He just would have been there just to kind of like investigate.
Wilkins. Before you go,
Yeah.
the hook.
Yep.
There's no rod. Where'd you find it?
Oh, yeah. The hook was that was on him. Snagged it somewhere. It was snagged on his snagged nice and deep on his shirt sleeve.
Caught himself?
I don't know.
What fisherman has it?
Well, if he took a tumble into the water, may have, things happen when you fall. Flail
So the boat
around.
didn't capsize.
No, I guess not.
How was the weather like that day?
That's weird. What, like a week ago, 5 days ago? Not bad. I mean, it would have been early morning. It was a calm day. Not stormy. A little foggy, actually, if I remember.
Like, probably a little bit of mist rolling in.
Yeah. Definitely that. A little hard to see.
The lighthouse doesn't help with that.
No.
Just blind you.
I
into
mean,
the
it can
falls.
only do so much. It's really more for distance. Ships approaching and all that. Kind of a
Growing
warning.
up there when I was young, I bathed the whole town in the shadow of my ass.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. That was real funny.
Thank you. It's actually pretty difficult.
Yeah, I can imagine. Well, it was great seeing you, Craig. Craig, it's been a while. Don't be a
Say hi to
stranger.
your mom if she'll hear it.
Oh, she'll be so happy to hear from you.
What did you do to his mom?
Nothing. We were just kids together.
Yeah. She used to make us mac and cheese after school.
All right.
Um,
Thanks.
can I help you with anything else, or should I go back to work?
I'm good. Thanks, officer.
Well, good. Enjoy the rest of your day.
I won't.
Fair enough. Yeah, and Officer Wilkins heads back to the police station.
Yeah, you see your wife's grandpa and you enjoy the rest of your day. How are you holding up, Craig?
Better days, but yeah, I've been. I just want to make sure that we can get to the bottom of whatever this is. He was a good old man.
Ophelia, you still
You
look
better-
shook.
You think you
Yeah.
better check in with Wanda?
There's something down there. It's got awful eyes, sunken eyes.
And it looked at you, huh?
Yeah, and the eyes are wet.
I would say most are, but
It has
never
seen.
know.
It has seen me.
Well, that's never a good thing. It's all right. We'll keep you safe.
Let me go back to the farm and get my gun.
Fair enough.
What about the library? Library's probably pretty safe to check out.
Yeah.
See what the archive
I would
says.
think so. Do you
Bring a gun if you
Unless-
want. I'm carrying right now.
Unless you're afraid of looking at your own mugshot. No, I got rounds in the truck, but always a pack of extra.
It's good policy.
do you and Vexy want to go hit the library, see what you can find? I was just gonna head down to the docks. They're down by Ann's farm anyways. Just check out the boat, see if they missed anything.
Well, yeah, we aren't sitting there going down that water without more people, now are we?
Well, it's fair. Don't know that right now down by the water is a great place for Vexy to be. I think the
I will say splitting the party is definitely not as big a deal in this as it is in D&D.
I know, but or maybe not I know, but it's the
Fact that
the
it's
idea
noticed.
that she doesn't want Elliot to go alone to the water at this point. If they know
Oh well,
there's an
it's
issue.
down by your farm. I figured we could swing by. Then we'll take the trucks up, pick them up at the library.
Yeah, I'm sure Craig wants to look at his mugshot, and we can have Ophelia go where her home habitat is.
Right? You got it.
Okay. So,
Yeah.
does Ophelia want to go to the library, or would she rather stay with us?
She wouldn't mind going to the library. But
She probably has a little uneasy feeling about water at
Yeah.
the moment.
yeah, it's farther away from the water, so I would think.
Then the docks, yes, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who the fuck?
That'd be crazy.
All right, so it sounds like we're gonna split up.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I mean, in the library, I'm looking for missing persons, water mishaps, washed up bodies, for the last 100 years, I think. Really, since there's been
Yeah.
news footage.
So there definitely is not anything exactly like this. But it is. There are obviously you're in a lake town. There's been some drownings, but not a ton. There was a similar. Actually, hold on. Should I make you investigate a mystery?
Probably.
Unfortunately, although yes, but also it is. We are gonna have to wrap up soon because I have to go to work in the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair.
Oops.
I think it's a good stopping point anyway.
Yeah, you guys split
Start
up.
of the library, yeah, sure. And the boat. Cool.
Yeah,
That was fun. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks
Something
for running
different.
that. That was cool to get into.
It's neat. I think the system and your portrayal of it are really cool to get everybody all connected like this.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
happened pretty quick and
it's a-
easy.
Yep.
Yeah, it's that's one thing I really love about Mods of the Week is it is very much like player led in terms of it's extremely the characters are the most important thing in the game.
Mhm.
Is the characters and how they interact with the world. I'm basically just playing improv on my end of the screen.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I never roll dice. I just react to what you do.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Hmm.
I-
Well, it
I-
was interesting, especially I get to bully Jesse. That doesn't get to
Yeah.
And I just have to sit here and take it? What's this? Yeah.
No, she fully expects you to talk back to her. In fact,
Yeah,
she's
yeah.
unimpressed that you aren't as much as you should be.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to be
I've
respectful.
got, yeah.
I like how fast
Yeah.
we slipped into brand new characters. Like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
you guys really fucking jumped into those characters
damn,
really well.
we're good role players.
Yeah.
Oh my.
That was fun. Very fun.
Yep.
God, the amount of tabs that I fucking have open right now, it's like not even funny.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, just
this
have
people
a
keep you on your
bajillion.
toes.
Why do I have I didn't close the Ellis tab I had open for when I marked off one of his spells, so that one was just kind of hanging out in the mix, huh? Okay.
Good for Ellis. Ellis was having a good time.
Right. There you go.
So, I guess that's the main experience is just the failed rolls and
Yes, you get experience from failed rolls and at the end of the mystery.
Right.
When you let me find that page because I just closed everything on my computer. But I have my book, so I can just find it in the book.
oh, it says end of session. If you answer the following questions, if you
Yes.
get one or two of them, you get another experience.
Yeah.
If you get three or
So-
four, mark 2.
Oh. That didn't
So,
work.
did we conclude the current mystery? No.
You did
Did
not.
we save someone from certain death? No.
No.
We learned something new and important about the
No.
world? Maybe. Do we learn something new and important about one of the hunters?
What does that imply? Hunter, one of us?
Yeah.
You are the hunters, yes.
Yeah, we are the hunters.
So this session, it was unlikely you're going to answer any
Yeah.
of the questions. It
Yeah,
will. That is
seems-
more towards. That's more towards the end of the mystery than really the end of each session necessarily. Because
Yeah.
the first,
Lots about the hunters, but the first session doesn't count.
Yeah, because
yeah, that's you
backstory.
didn't even know who they were at the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like their names, yeah.
So, yeah, for next time.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yes, that was very fun. I was very excited. I've never run this game, and I've always really wanted to. So. I'm
Oh
very
wow.
excited. I love this game.
Nice. You did an
I-
awesome
yeah.
job.
Yeah.
I love this game. I've played it once. And it's just a good time.
Very cool. Very simple.
Yeah.
Some of these new modern games are simple and cinematic at the same time. So
Yep.
less tactical and a little bit more
Yeah.
fast paced.
Yeah, Powered by the Apocalypse has a lot of interesting games. It's not like a technically a game system. It's basically just like a bunch of them have like similar, a bunch of different ones like that have similar like basic rules. But they're all like D6 based, and there's some really cool ones like this one and Urban Shadows is one I find very interesting, which is a like kind of
Yeah, Blades in the
like
Dark is another one.
supernatural city. Yeah, Blades in the Dark.
I played Blades. And
Yeah.
it was neat. I do think that some level of structure provided by the game master is good, though, and this
Yeah.
has that, and Blades has less. At least in the game I played. So
Yeah, the Powered by the Apocalypse, like, it's not like the same people don't make all the games, right? They're all different people that have based it on the system that
Yeah, use the core system.
yes, to make their own games. So they are definitely all going to be very different. Yes.
Huge.
I should go to sleep because I have to go to work at 9 a.m. tomorrow.
Probably a good idea.
well, thank
And
you
then I
for
have to
staying
do
up to
math
run
Yes.
this
when I
for
get
us.
there.
Yes,
have to
thank you very
what?
much.
I have to do math when I get to work.
Oh my gosh.
Mm.
Ooh.
Oh my gosh. Meow.
Cash, do math, and I'm can die. Anyway, yeah, that was very fun.
Cool.
All right. Thanks,
right.
everybody.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Night.
Yeah. Night.
See you in a week.
Good night.
Yeah.
See
See
ya.
you next time.
Yeah.
And thanks
there
for
she
watching,
goes.
anyone who was here. And so we'll count that as episode 0, I guess, and then we'll do an episode 1 next time we get a chance to all play together.
Well, it was definitely like at least episode half.
Yeah. 0.5.
We're gonna continuously be doing like Lion King 1.5, then it's Lion King 2.5.
Yeah.
We will never have a full session. It's always going to be marked with a 0.5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Mhm.
how I'll
Love it.
post it.
Episode
cool.
0.5.
Yeah, so
First half.
have a good night and see you next time. Bye.
Mhm.